What's going on, YouTube? It's the Bushy Beard, and I'm back, and I'm bushier than ever right now. We got Alip featuring Brahm. I'm not going to try to pronounce the rest of his name because I don't want to mess it up. Brahm A. Nugroho. But yeah, this I saw it come up a couple of days ago, and now that I'm done with exams, I felt like now would be the time. And can't have an Alip without the professor, as you guys call him, the professor of music, the best guitarist next to Alip there is. So, and as you can see, he has combed his hair. I have a hat on, so you can't tell if I've combed my hair or not. I'll give you a hint. No, I have not combed my hair. But anyways. We're gonna get into it. So this is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen somebody sing with him as he played guitar. So I think it'll be kind of fun to watch and kind of a different switch up kind of thing, an addition to it. But let's see. Let's check it out. It's two Alips.
Yes, it is.
When one's not enough, I gotta have two, I guess.
No, but you can see now that Alip went through a lot of work to change his wardrobe between the two.
Yeah, yeah.
Turned his hat around.
Yeah, exactly. He also changed pants and shirts. So.
Oh yeah, he did too. Yeah.
But it's so cool, hearing him do it, because now it's instead of 15 instruments, it sounds like there's 100.
That's right.
Senajan setan gentayangan tansah gawe rupeta hingga pupusing jaman.
I think that's really cool. It sounds awesome with the guitar.
I think, yeah.
It sounds really cool, and I like his voice. His voice is fantastic as well.
Yep.
I don't quite know what they're saying. Let's see if I can turn closed captions. It says Spanish. Let's change it to see if we can get auto translate to English. E F G. All right, so let's see.
Ingkang paring kamulyan sang yang jati pangeran jiwanggo.
Yeah, I don't think that's going correct. So we're gonna. But again, I like it. I think it really the guitar to me blends in a lot with the voice, and it's just it's one instead of how sometimes guitars really do sound different from the singing and in a band or something, but I think this is cool because it does sound like one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, in part, when Alip is playing, to say guitar, I don't think actually make it. It's more than that. It's more like an orchestra.
Yeah. Well, he's really getting everything out of a guitar that I think you could possibly get out of.
Oh, no, and then a little bit more. Or probably quite a bit more.
Yeah. Because he's so talented.
Yeah.
So. All right, back at it.
Samudra pepuntoning lagu tumuju dateng Gusti zat kang amur bawa dumati manunggaling kawula Gusti krentek ati bakal dumati mukti
necessarily unique there. Or
Well,
all of it's unique.
Well, typically, when somebody plays against themselves, they're typically doing something pretty simple. Like one part does a chord progression, or maybe a bass progression. But he's like playing. It's like two lead guitars going at the same time. And it kind of just goes back and forth as to which one you're going to pay attention to the most.
And it's kind of hard for me to figure out which one I'm wanting to watch the most, because it's like, what's this one doing? What's this one doing? What's this one doing? Right. Yeah. And here I am just like... also, does he have his hammer on... Or not hammer, but the clip on things over there?
Oh, you mean for like tuning or whatever?
Yeah, because I know you can put him on the strings down here, but it looks like he has it on the strings up above the bridge.
Well, I can't tell. I think what this thing here?
Yeah.
I think that's a cigarette.
Oh. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But look, now that you paused it here, you can see his hands are in far different places.
Yeah.
This one's farther down the neck, and that one's much higher up on the neck.
Okay.
So he's playing in two different places. He's playing complementary. Little tunes that work together for one.
It's almost like, honestly, he did this one by himself at one point. And then, like, in order to create this music video with the singing, he did this one as well.
That could be.
I don't know. It's really cool, though.
Yaring supo madu sarining perwito maneka warna prada bangun praja sampurna sengkala tita moksa kala benduya tasirna ya sing rasa martika mugia den satya pusaka kalima sata yakti dadi mustika sajroning jiwa raga beja mulya waskita dikdaya laksana biar manjing sikra.
He has such like a smooth voice that kind of just like relaxes you and lets you like drift away a little bit. It's awesome. So, who out of the artists that you like do you like to play the most?
Well, me. Well, I play like old rock and roll music and stuff. Yeah, the Beatles and
What's your favorite song to play? Because there's one song I hear like 1,500 times.
Well, like Black Magic Woman, I play, and then there's
it's not the one.
Johnny Be Good.
That's the one.
Yeah, and then those are the ones I play the most.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah. See, I don't consider myself doing the Chuck Berry version of it.
Oh, okay.
Those early rock songs were like speeded up, like blues songs, and I'm more kind of toward the bluesy end of slowing them down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Ampun seputu tan kena iso panelo gagah bunga sumringah datar ing wayah-wayah satriya tata sembada wiratama katon sewu kartika kataman Wahyu Kolosebo.
Because here it almost seems like he's listening to something while playing.
Well, he may be.
And I'm wondering if he's listening to this version.
Well, if you take a look, he doesn't have any earplug in on that one.
Yeah.
Yep. So it may well be that was the later one. Plus, I think if you look really closely, I think he's like a day older.
Memuji ingsun kanthi suwita linuwung sekara gandha arum surep dupa kumelun ginulah niat ingsun pangitung sabda kang luhur ditahing Sang Hyang Agung rembesing tresno tandha luwing netra rasa rasaning ati kadya tirta kang suci kawis naraja pama.
And as much as like I enjoy watching Alip by himself, I think it's also somewhat telling or showing if you can write a song that goes with singing. Like, I think it's one thing to write a song that, you know, shows off skills on the guitar. Yeah. But to write one that goes with singing as well, I would say is a different skill. I might be wrong.
No. I think you're exactly right. And what's interesting is, I mean, it's, you know, oftentimes, you know, when they get these things to be balanced like this, it's because they've got a lot of engineers working on various things to balance the sound stuff. Listen to how well the singing is balanced with the guitar here. And I'm going to imagine that they didn't do a lot of engineering, post-programming and stuff. Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, to me, now he may have done the recording and then this man may have sung along, but I don't... I mean, they are. I mean, he's done a great job. Yeah. And again, you're seeing everything they're doing.
Right. Oh yeah. It's not like you're missing anything.
Right. It's not like they're cutting things in. You know, like Alip made a mistake here, so they're going to put in another part.
Right. It's one take.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's all you're getting.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to sit there. They're going to do their song, and even with the other one on there, you know, now. They did something, you know, in order for him to mix the two together. Yeah. He may have some software or friends that do that stuff. But again, this is very well balanced.
Yeah. And for me, like, I don't edit either. It's not because I don't mess up. It's because I don't have time or the drive to edit. Right. It's just he doesn't mess up. And so he doesn't need editing.
Remember, I think we talked about, you know, I was watching this young guy, and his was all done in snippets, you know, and it keep going. So you don't know how many mistakes he made. You know, they just put a lot of things
Or if he could play the song from start to finish, because it was a lot of strumming. And I'm sure that takes a toll on your forearms. And so... I'm sure there's times when in that song you need to take a break or go back to it.
Well, and if you look at Alip, you know...
It's effortless.
That's the thing. In fact, it could be that he's not even really touching the strings. No, look at it. Yeah. When he moves up and down, the thing I'm thinking is that his hands are extremely strong, and that because I mean I'm watching when he does that slide up, slide down things, which I hadn't heard him done before, but it's very nicely done here. And you know, it's not like he's of course I have old hands, but it's not like there's any effort even in that, right? Know? And do you hear any thuds or clinkers of stuff? No, there aren't any. Nope. And that to me is yeah.
So. Anyways, back to it.
Kang suci kawis naraja mantra gondang dadi pepadang balilah ing Sang Hyang Menang no dewa jawata tali sandika bawana prasida sidikara ing sasana aswara laya Sri Narendra Kolosebo winisuda ing gegana.
Now, one thing I was wondering is for somebody like Alip that does things that most people haven't seen on guitars, do you think it's because I don't know if he's lacked formal training in guitar or anything, but do you think that kind of comes with maybe not being formally trained? Is you experiment more on a guitar and do the different things that could come from it, or do you think even if you're highly trained that you can kind of pull things out? Because I don't know, for me it's like once you're highly trained you're kind of narrowed in, whereas if you're not, you kind of have like this, you start with something small but you can kind of like branch out based on sounds.
Well, yeah, I mean if I had to guess, I would think that he had like a classical guitar teacher.
Okay.
I mean, I would imagine that what happened is that early on the teacher goes, wow, this guy's got something. And pretty much from there, he's developed his own style and all. I would think. The reason I say that in part is usually when you learn to play guitar only on your own, you're going to develop a habit of some type of a mistake.
Okay.
And if look at it, I mean, it's the effortlessness that to me probably shows some type of early training and in mastery of the thing. Because he, again, he didn't develop a bad way of making a chord or whatever because he was trying to just figure it out himself. Okay. Now I may be totally wrong on that.
Right.
But that would be my guess.
I just know that sometimes when you're like a savant, in essence, is that you can pull out as much of it out of the instrument or whatever it is, because you don't have to really rely on the fact of doing things properly per se. It's more so you already know really how to do the proper things, and so you get bored with it and you start to experiment outside of those ranges.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a savant. Or those guys like that, some of the guys have like intellectual problems, and then they can do something amazingly well.
Okay.
Their brain is actually tapping into the music or tapping into the art thing in a completely disorganized way from the teaching, from the way a teacher would approach it. And in fact, they usually tap into it almost in an incredibly strange way. It's like for a savant, if they do something like like say you take a guy who simply can draw amazingly well, what you'll find with them is that if you're trained like you're going to draw a horse, well, you got the horse's body, you got the horse's tail, you got a horse's head here, you got 4 legs going down, and that's pretty much how you approach the thing. For a person who's a savant, if you watch them draw, they may well start at the hoofs and put the 4 hoofs into place, and then the other things all together. Somehow in their mind there is an image that is in there that they can simply kind of copy and stuff.
Okay.
His is I think a much more creative process, but I'm guessing it isn't a strange process. It's
right. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, he is a musical genius.
Absolutely.
Datan kingsir sewu warso.
Very nice.
That was cool.
Yep.
Let's see what it says at the end here. Okay. So anyways, thank you for your insight and joining us today.
Sure.
They like you a lot more than me.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
If I did on a leap without you, I'm sure I would hear about it. Where's Grandpa? Where's the professor? So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go back to my bed now where I live all the time. Since Mark, when he's moved into our house, has taken over everything.
I have not
watched TV.
I have not taken over.
It's awful, actually. You know? It might be considered elder abuse. But,
well, you know what? I'll be out soon enough, and you can have your whole house back.
And then we'll miss you.
Yes. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. It's not going to hurt me. Or you can give it a thumbs up because it's not going to hurt you. If you're new or you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. We're on our way to 25,000. We're going to get there pretty quickly, it seems like. We're almost there already. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching these videos and supporting us and everything. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it from the Bushy fam.